Good day. I bring you greetings from the Board of Directors as well as myself from Metropolitan Community Church here in Milwaukee. But I bring you some news and updates about what is happening here at Milwaukee Metropolitan Community Church and where we stand with in-person worship. I want you to know that first and foremost, the Board of Directors as well as me keep you in prayer each and every day. Know that we are committed in keeping the church open and to continue to do the work that this church is called upon to do. I also wanted to let you know that last week on Tuesday, as I met with the Board of Directors for our monthly meeting, we had some lengthy discussions about the needs for in-person worship. Additionally, I also want to give you a brief update on the repairs and the remodel of this church building. While we have been making such great progress, we are still working diligently to update and remodel this building that will be better than ever upon our return. Our Vice Moderator, David Hubricks, along with his crew, have been working harder than ever to make the necessary repairs after the vandalism in March, while at the same time update and make this church aesthetically appealing to all of us. And with our discussions came to us having to come to terms with having to make some very difficult but necessary decisions. First and foremost, the difficult and very necessary decision was the safety for each and every individual. But a decision also that we are not going to be planning in-person worship in this building until 2021. This year our congregational meeting will look a bit different. While we will have it as a virtual meeting, we will have it on Sunday, November 15th, following online worship. However, this meeting will be brief, with the board and I presenting our year-end reports and the proposed budget for 2021. However, we will vote on that budget when we are able to be in person and return next year. Our board positions will carry over for an additional year until we are formally able to have an election and meeting next year at our annual meeting in 2021. We further made the decision to cancel and not hold this year's annual fundraising gala, A Night of Cabaret. We did so for the protection and safety of each and every one of us, and I'm sure at this point you know that this gala is one of the largest efforts each year that brings a great deal of revenue to the church. For many of you, I'm sure that this is a bit of a heavy decision to take as we've made these decisions, but be assured that we have been looking at ways in which we might be able to gather as a church safely. But we felt these decisions were necessary to make. We also wanted to make a decision as it became difficult for the board and I to plan in what is about to become one of our heavy seasons in the church calendar year. That includes our annual anniversary in November, Thanksgiving, Advent, as well as Christmas. This also includes many other activities that we do in the last few months of our calendar year. So therefore, this has created some difficult decisions for the board and I in order to make plans evolving around all of these activities and worship. In that we have made these decisions because we aren't certain whether we would be back in the building or not. Now, of course, by some miraculous miracle, we have a vaccine or something is found God-given before the end of the year, we will be back in person and we will let you know. And at the same time, if that happens, we will give God so much praise that we won't know what to do. Now, in the likelihood that does happen, and the likelihood at this point in time that it probably will not happen, we will then evaluate, have further discussions, and make decisions about Advent and Christmas as we get closer. In the meantime, I invite you to continue to pray for your board of directors, the church staff, and myself, as well as each and every one of those in our congregations as we continue to manage the day-to-day operations of our church. I also invite you to stay engaged with us through online worship, through our virtual fellowship gatherings, through our monthly Theology on Tap, along with any other forms of engagement that we have between now and the end of the year. I also invite you to stay connected with your church by remaining faithful. The board and I know that this is a tough time for each and every one of you, both financially and physically, but we also know that it has been a tough time financially for this church as well. As your church, we depend on your contributions, while at the same time we deeply appreciate all that you have done this year and all that we hope that you'll be able to do and continue to do in the months ahead. Please know that we will keep you to date as much as possible, but ask you to stay connected with us through the weekly, through Facebook, through our website, along with the many other channels of communication that we offer. I am confident that in the days and the months ahead, we will get through this together. As I continue to pray for each and every one of you, I hope that you would continue to pray for me, knowing that when we will regather soon, we will do it safely. I extend my blessings to each and every one of you on this day. Amen.